Hey guys, thanks for stopping by the warehouse, and my name's Chase. Today, we're going to be looking at how to properly fit your hockey skate. Now this is very vital, especially for those guys who are looking into getting those really high priced skates. Because if it's too big, you're not going to get all the performance out of it that you could, and you're going to get some pretty bad blisters. And if it's too small, you're going to feel a lot of discomfort in that toe box as well as the forefoot. So now before we even put the skate on, we got a couple things we want to check out first. First and foremost, if you wear a skate sock, make sure you have one on like I do today. And if you go barefoot, make sure you fit your skate barefoot as well. Now I like to take the footbed out of the skate and just put my foot over it to get a good idea if this is close to the right size. My heel's all the way in the back, and you can see how I'm going to have a nice snug fit all the way around. I'll even tuck in the bumpers so you can get a little bit better look, but you can see my toes are right near the end. So let's go ahead and throw on the skate. I always like to make sure it's really well loosened all the way down, especially the first time, so then you could just slide it in nice and easy without putting too much wear and tear on the internal padding. You can see it just pops right in there, and right away I could already kind of feel my toes brushing at the end of the toe box here. It's a good indication we got the right size for me. And then I like to kick on the heel a little bit just to make sure you're all the way into the back here and you lace it up properly. So let's get started. And I always, especially on a new pair of skates, you want to start all the way low because they're usually pretty loose down here. And you don't want to crank too much on your first pass. We're trying to figure out if this is the right fit for you. So you just don't want to crank it that first time. Get everything squared away first. And then on that second pass, we'll go through and really put some pressure on it. Now when we go through on the second time, you want to be really consistent with how hard you're pulling on everything. Just give it a consistent pull. That's how you're going to tell if this is the right fit. So as I pull nice, hard, and snug, watch the eyelets start to wrap over. You really want that, and it's very key. So you can see how they're starting to wrap over top of my foot, and it's feeling really good right now. You can see they're starting to pull over. And these skates get pretty stiff at the top, so the tops aren't going to roll over that much. But you can see that this is a really nice fit. And one other thing to keep in mind too, as you're going up, especially on that second pass, is if you're feeling a lot of pressure in that toe box to mid forefoot and you're getting a lot of pressure, it's probably because the boot is too narrow and your foot is too wide. Boots come in 3 different sizes, or a handful of different widths, I should say. D is your standard. That's what I got here. But if you're feeling a lot of pressure, overwhelming pressure, I should say, you probably want to hop up to a double E, and it gives you more width. So now that we're laced up tight, we could do our final check. My toes are barely at the edge of the toe box again, so that's a great indicator. You want to get over on the balls of your feet like a hockey stride. This pulls your foot back in the boot, so now I cannot feel the toes at the end of the box. That's a great sign. My heel's locked deep back in there. That's another great sign. Last thing you want to do is bounce on your knees like this, like you're trying to take a stride. And that tries to pull your heel out of the pocket. And now if you feel your heel slide, that means the skates are too big and you get some bad blisters. But if they're not sliding, then you're all good to go. So now that we got our skates properly fitted, we can look at some skate socks like the Reebok 12K that I have here. They're really nice and thin, give you direct contact with your skate, wicks away the moisture, just like the AX2 by Warrior. Now these are compression fitting, so they promote some really healthy blood flow. And we also have the Bauer Elite cut-proof socks that give you really nice protection for your calves. Now this is the footbed that we just saw from the X100. It's usually a thin piece of foam. I really like these CCM custom support insoles. We have a video on how to decide if you're low, medium, or high arch. This is a medium here. You pick out which one you are. It gives you an awesome custom fit with nice arch support. And then if you have arch problems or heel problems, we can look at the super feet like we have here. On the back, you can see awesome arch support. This is great for people who have a high arch. When you do have a high arch, you step into a flat boot, it flattens out your foot, makes it unnecessarily wide, and this just really gives you that support, cups your heel, and it's toe to heel support. So that was just a quick look on how to properly fit your hockey skate. For even more information, be sure to check it out at inline and icewarehouse.com.